What is up, everybody? I do own the rights to this music. Those are actually in the description. Good morning. Still morning my time. I don't know about your time, but what is up? I have something special today. There's been a shift for me, and I'm going to start bringing that through for all of you. So I hope you join me. Join me and enjoy. What is up, Amy? Hello, Michelle. I see 2 of you are here. YouTube always lies. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm going to do something special, okay? Tomorrow I have my whole new series coming. I've already been putting together. It's going to be awesome. So now that I've kind of brought the ascension about, right, and processed completely who I am hoping to help everybody ascend, right? I want to up the vibe. So I noticed this morning, really quick, I'll get into this, quick introduction of who I am. But I noticed this morning, even De La Roca was like, get ready for the pain, right? That's what he said. And I know that there's like this big thing about the end days being pushed everywhere. And that creates a lot of fear, right? And I know who I am and I know what I've done. And I know it is the end for some, okay? But I want to bypass that. I want to help everybody ascend. So I'm going to push a positivity. I want to get everybody open to their shadow, to open to love, right? Push through the shadow with power. Open to love, moving our body in balance. Big focus on balance. That is why I create the things that I create and do the things that I do, right? So we will discuss that a little bit. But really quick, for those who don't know me, my name is Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an ascension master, master healer, and divine guide. I am the one who brought about the ascension. If you're new to this channel and to finding this video, you can actually watch a lot of videos on this channel. There are workshops that I have done in bringing about the ascension. It was very biblical, all in order, and it's an amazing thing to experience. But the problem is that's hard to understand up here, isn't it? You know, I watched Mt Shasta Part 2 yesterday again, and I just finally watched it for the first time since I did it. Because when I do them, I channel them, right? And so I watch them again with you guys sometimes to process all of what happened. And in there, they specifically said that people have a hard time believing in me. They have a hard time understanding what it is that I do. Not necessarily the people who work with me, right? Like I know Amy has gone through all my stuff. She's very familiar with the work that I do being real and how powerful it feels and all of the healing and stuff that it creates. But if you've never worked with me and you come on and watch these videos, it's hard for our minds to process this work. It's not understood here. It's not because I'm not normal, right? And they said in that video, it's not something that we can normally fathom in our limited mind space, but it is in our heart, right? It's very important to be able to fathom it in our heart. Now I can tune into the energies, okay? The energies right now is a lot of fear in the collective. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of unrest, united unrest. So if you notice, Israel's in upheaval. They're starting to take back their power. They're prepping the synagogue thing for the return of Christ. There's a lot of discoveries. There's a lot of even biblical people talking about the end days and the rapture, right? The rapture. Everywhere's the rapture. And it is. If you watch my channel, you'll know what I brought about. I talk about it continually. I do these workshops that seem pretty crazy, right? Hi, Lisa. What is up, everybody? Good morning, sunshine. So I'm going to do something special, okay? Every week, I'm going to tune into the energies, and I'm going to help us push through that. I'm going to help us heal it. I'm going to help us rise above it so we can ascend. Anybody who wants to do the work with me, anybody who wants to continue healing and pushing against the shadow and rising into a higher vibration, that's my goal now. I do have all the portals, you know, people have done diligent work with me over the years. And for those who just starting, you can do those too. But for the most part, I really, truly want to push availability. Now I can continue pushing, hey, this is the end days. This is the rapture. I'm the one who brought it about. Super important to do this healing. But what I notice is most people do that. Across the board. How many people do you see talking about it? And it is creating fear, right? It is. And so let's bypass that. Let's do something about it. Okay. So you guys are game changers, right? I always call you game changers because this truly is the end game. But if I don't pull you through and help give you the power, then I feel injustice was served. So that's my next goal. Okay. It goes right along with bringing in the new modalities, which I've been doing. I have my new deck here that I'm going to pull for you guys. Just a quick ascension message. I love this deck. By the way, this is my brand new deck that I had posted about. You guys, it's perfect. This is going to be going with me in the focus going forward, to reading into the ascension energies and helping us heal it, helping us rise into it, helping us exercise too. Because the best thing about balance is mind, body, spirit, and soul. Okay. It's every bit of who we are. Right. And we can get frozen in fear. So all of these people, and it's in the air. It's united unrest. I look everywhere you look, there's either the fake news, you have to be very careful with that, or there's the real stuff, and it's like doomsday stuff, right? It really is like, this is ending, this is ending, this is ending. And so within the energies, it's united unrest, energy of upheaval, but to use it to guide you, not divide you. That's the trick. Okay. Now, even pushing into my heart space, there's still like this push against it, right? There's a push against the heart space. There's like the shadow of the heart space. There truly, truly is. This music that I created is going to go with my exercise tomorrow. And it's like Viking endings, something about Vikings. And if you knew anything about Vikings, they were warriors, right? They were ready for battle. They were warriors. They didn't take no for an answer. And that's kind of what I want you to do with this. It's like, wherever there's a push against you, why would you take no for an answer? Call your power back. Okay, it's time to call our power back. And I say this often. Every time we go through the portals, it's about calling your power back into love. Being who you are in the avenue of love, and nothing more and nothing less. Okay? And they're triggering. These portals are meant to be triggering. There's a lot going on with moon shifting energies. If you did watch Mt Shasta Part 2, you would know that I did a lot to the moon in that one as well. Okay. And this next week ahead, which I'll talk more about in my video tomorrow, that I'll be doing tonight for you guys, is a heart-centered alignment. And that's one thing I'm going to do for all of you today. I can do these things, but it's your job to keep them going. It's your job to keep pushing through. It's your job to keep breathing into it and use it as a tool, right? Not a one and done. You see what I'm saying? It's like, put it in your tool bag and use these things that I will be giving you. Okay, that's the only thing I ask, right? Let's get out of our heads and into our heart space so that people can feel me rather than hear me. Because if you try to process it, everybody's waiting for the Jesus to be returned. Everybody's waiting for the return of Christ. And I'm sitting here going, it's right here in front of you. Look what I did. It's all right here in front of you. And people, it's like, we can't understand it in our heads. They go into judgment when they go into our heads. But if you can't feel it in your heart, then just make way for the heart, right? Open the heart. You should be able to feel it more than process it, okay? Because in truth, with Jesus in front of you or things like that, it's such a massive energy. It's really hard to understand in our head. All right. And that's the one main thing. A lot of threes in this video, by the way, 3333 repeatedly. That's the main thing I got out of watching Mt Shasta again. Not only did I cry through the whole thing, like I was so emotional to watch that one, but I realized, where people are at and why they quit watching these. It's like, if people truly believed who I was, right, they wouldn't stop watching the videos. Because if people truly believed that I was a God of God, that I brought about the ascension, they would care about what I said a little bit more, right? And so that's what I'm hoping to do, is push through that fear, push through because it is the day of reckoning. If you want to be in judgment, that doesn't hurt me, that hurts them, right? And so that's what my goal is now. Okay. So one can choose to focus on judgment and fear, or one can choose to feel love and chances of new. So, everybody's pushing endings. It's the end of days. It's the end of ways. The rapture is here. All sinners will fall. And if you're paying attention, shit's hitting the fan, right? All of Hollywood is going down. Israel is prepping for Jesus's return. All of these people all over the place are talking about the end of the world, doomsday, the rapture. Let's do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not focus on that. That's all endings instead of new beginnings. We're like, wait, this is a blessing. This is a miracle. This is the return of God, the return of love. And so that's what we should be focusing on. Okay. Rather than, sweet, everybody must go. You've got to do this and this to get through. Really, truly is tuning into our heart space. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. Okay. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to take us into our heart space. We're going to breathe into it. It's going to be preparation too for what I'm bringing in tomorrow. So hopefully you guys will watch that at some point. If you choose to do it, you don't have to do it with me. Because I want to push through the resistance from the heart center. All right. Have you ever noticed that when you try to go into your heart space, either emotions will rise or doubt, like a shadow piece, will start to take over? How often does that happen? Seriously. And then when things come into our environment, they trigger emotions and we have a really hard time coming back to that heart center, right? We allow things to take us out of our heart center very easily, very quickly. And especially when it comes to fear or money. When they touch your hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? We get out of heart center. Now let's take into focus, into consideration, which we all know what I've done. Those that do follow me and do the work know it is the end days for some things, right? But we want to focus on the new beginnings of it. We want to focus on the new possibilities, learning anew, becoming anew. And so how do we learn to master those emotions that can be so overwhelming? Okay. It's taking the time to push through that resistance from the heart center. Whenever those emotions coming up, it's trying not to avoid them at all costs, sitting with them, feeling into them, and going to the core of the heart center. Giving things space and time to pass, right? It's like literally no reason to react. There's no reason for me to react, but every reason for me to be able to respond. And so when emotions come up, when I'm heightened, when something seems like it's going awry or ending, let's say everything's going to end, right? We don't want to be in fear. Because you're in the light of the one, you're protected. Okay? And let's let go of righteousness. Nobody's perfect. It's all truly about learning to love, learning to forgive everybody, including ourselves. Learning to love completely, right? I'm just doodling. That's what I do when I channel sometimes. So sorry. I feel like it's just time for that change in perspective. Time for a powerful wave of pushing through the resistance of the heart center. Because if everything does fall tomorrow, granted, with the way that God does things, with the way that I designed things, if everything were to fall at once, everybody would just really hurt themselves. That would be total civil unrest. Everybody would go insane. They would have a very hard time understanding, and they would try to probably hurt each other. And so if you notice, it's falling apart in pieces. And each time something of the falsehoods falls, like Hollywood, they're starting to oust all of that kind of stuff. It will be like the judicial system, medical, and it'll just get bigger and bigger as we go. Each time, take that to not be afraid, to feel it, to experience it, and to thank that life piece for what it was, right? Like, that was crazy. Thank God it's ending, because this is making way for love, for new beginnings, for unconditional union and unity and understanding of the soul. We've talked about that for so long. Everybody wants to end inequality and division and judgment and racism, right? Let's call it what it is. Everybody wants to end that stuff, but truly, do we know how to be without it? I don't think so. We really don't anymore, right? And so every time one of these things starts to fall, it's powerful to be able to sit in the resistance and stand and push against that resistance in the heart center and accept the newness of all that it is. It's not easy to do, right? It's quite complex. It's quite complicated. This is something that usually can take lifetimes and lifetimes to do. And we are being told, hey, you got to do it now. It is time to do it now, right? Like, it is totally time to do it now. So I'm going to pull from my new deck. This is an ascension portal deck. So this deck was actually, which I didn't realize was happening, right before I did the Nile workshop. I was creating this deck prior. And I put it all together, and what do you get? 2 + 2 = 4. But no, actually, this is when they were teaching me about the Ankh and all that kind of stuff. And I was channeling God's message. These are ascension portal healing messages. So these truly are, as you go through the portals, we learn lessons of the heart. Okay, I've talked about this. We truly must come back to a space of oneness and love. Instead of pushing fear, let's push that, right? And this is exactly why Spirit pushes through me what pushes through me at the time it does. It's perfect timing for this. So when you pull these, they are representative of the portals, and they give the messages of the lessons learned in them. Okay, so these truly are very powerful God's messages, ascension messages of how to be more enlightened and more heart space centered and let go of all of the muck. So they truly are meant for that purpose. So I love these very much so. And it comes just in time as this new things are being pushed through. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these. Again, the messages this week is united unrest, energy of upheaval. And I can focus on that. We all can, just like De La Roca's pushing, which I don't know what's going on with him, but man, like he's going through some releasing. Dark night of the soul is what Spirit's calling it. But right away, he was like, get ready for the pain. No, thank you. I don't want to put that in my energy. I want to feel love. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be pushing. Lots of love, lots of ability for people to get out of their head and into their heart so they can feel what I've done so that they can rise with us, because that's my goal. Okay. So let's see what the cards have to say. I want to focus of love. What else can we focus on this week? Because like it said, we can choose judgment and fear or endings, or we can choose love, chances for new beginnings. Right? I'm on the new beginnings side, filling with love, nothing but love, power. Is it easy to come into a new place of balance from your heart center? No, it takes work. It takes work. It's getting up every day. It's pushing through that resistance. Discipline. Isn't that what Spirit said we needed, as especially twin flames, but in the collective whole? Because in truth, we're all a piece of the twin flames, you guys. Twin flames are represented in all of you. God is masculine and feminine, both. And each one of us has masculine and feminine counterparts, either existential, external, or internal. Okay. So even when I do the twin flame messages, it's centripetal for all. All right. And so they talked about discipline of heart nature. So that is what I'm going to be helping with today. We're going to get into the heart space, and we're going to release the resistance from the heart. Okay. We're going to release the need to see the fear aspect, and we're going to allow space for love and pureness and power, calling our power back in the heart space. Okay. That's what this week is all about, truly. Or you could be on the opposite side of that if you're in your dark night of your soul aspect, and we could be like, it's going to be painful. It's only painful when you got releasing to do and you're resistant to that releasing. So that's what I'm going to help us with, okay? So we've got 3 cards. I love this. On the back of each card is also dealing with an essential portal that I created. Okay, if you look on my website, you can see all the portals and what they represent. But I also went to places, right? Some of you are well aware of that. I went to Machu Picchu, Myanmar, Thailand, Lake Titicaca, which is drying up. Whoop, whoop. How many of you remember me cracking Lake Titicaca a couple times and saying it's going to dry up? And now it actually is. So I love actually seeing that, because that's Atlantis rising. Garden of Eden is also rising, and that is why there is unrest in Israel. You don't have to believe me. You can look it up. It's actually really happening. They just don't. There's 2 media outlets. One is reality and one is not. So be careful which one you're watching. Okay. So size is an illusion. This one is out of Arizona, because that is an energetic ley line that I would meditate in my awakening. Size is an illusion. Okay. It is all in how it is perceived. This is perfect for this week ahead. This is just what I talked about. Size is only an illusion. We can look at this as painful, end doomsday or like, holy crap, God has returned. This is powerful. What a blessing. Let's call back our power. It's not as difficult as it seems. Those emotions, remember me talking about the emotions where they can get the best of us, right? Emotions can be so hard to deal with and they can get the best of us and take us down. But if you're willing to sit with them and get your power back through them, then you're more responsive rather than reactive. Then you're able to take your power back in these moments, because that's what these truly represent. 2111, 2112 is the ability to take your power back rather than fall into the dark nights of the shadow. So it's up to you guys what you choose, right? 2121, but 2122. And for me, it's like, well, since we've got no time left, right? I talk about this a lot, and it's time, like, let's seize the opportunity. So don't look at things as too heavy, too big, too complicated, not able to accomplish. And it's saying really nobody's here. So feel free to comment along with me, you guys. Am I talking too fast, too loud? Let me know what's going on, how you are feeling. If you relate to these messages, that way I know who's still here. Because we have a journey into unknown territory. Still here, Lisa says. How do you relate to these messages today, Lisa? Does it make sense? A journey into unknown territory. Entering into a new timeline through choices in disguise. You guys, this is exactly what I talked about. You see the pyramids in the background? Egyptian energy. She's like, yes. I love this. This goes right along 2222 when I said that, with everything that I said. So Lisa's the only one still here. I don't know. Michelle says, here, sweet guys. Thank you. A journey into unknown territory. So remember, size is an illusion. Maybe I don't understand what's going on. Maybe it is the end of the world, but not for all, right? Jacinth says, I am here. I can relate to this message of love. Thank you, you guys. Exactly. So this week, this energies is all about a journey into unknown territory. And we can choose to look at it as something scary, endings, or we can choose to look at it as a chance to take our power back, release the resistance from the heart space, and rise above the rest. Okay? It's a power play. I love this. New timeline through choices in disguise. You guys, I channel these. And so as I'm pulling these messages, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so real. I forgot that I said that. Like, this makes a lot of sense. These are ascension portal messages. These are how we become heart-centered. These are all about God, okay? And then we have rays of yellow, gold, the sun, and the one. Rays of yellow, gold, the sun, and the one. Healing element of light, shining to help everything. This goes right along with what I've said, isn't it? It's a beautiful message. And everyone else shines so bright, okay? Take your power back, awaken and shine. So are we focusing on the pain like De La Roca is right now? And he's like trying to transition out of here into like not good space, I've noticed. I'm like, whoa, dude, it's okay. Breathe. I feel like he feels like these big shifts going on within him, which they're all going to happen for all of us, okay? So we have a choice. We can choose to focus on that aspect or the sun, and allowing our light to shine so that others can shine. Healing element of light shining to help everything and everyone. Everything and everyone else shines so bright, okay? So what does that mean? These rays don't just help you. If you're using them and rising and shining, you're helping others too. I talk about this a lot. And it's truly about what you choose to focus on. So that was the final aspect of the message, is focus, okay? We can choose to focus on the light, the sun rays, love and joy, and taking our power back and taking actions. When God says jump, we say how high. Not when the shadow and fear says jump, we don't crumble and go, okay, how far? Right? This is a different power shift. Okay? I love this. It's so there. It's so right in front of our faces. So size is an illusion. It's not too big. Nothing is too big. And I am not weak. We are very powerful creators. It's an illusion. Okay? It's an illusion of a power struggle that says endings or new life, fear or love. Do I run from love and choose fear and keep giving my power to the wrong focus? Or do I choose a focus of love and light and pushing through the resistance in my heart space. It's not always easy, or we wouldn't be doing this today, right? This wouldn't be about a power shift in heart-centered for the new earth if it was easy. But what is easy and what is difficult? That's all an illusion. It's all about what do you want to focus on today? Okay? Any questions on that message before I take us into our heart center and push through the resistance? Pièce de résistance. Carpe diem. I like this a lot. I will be creating tomorrow's video today also because the energies are right for the taking. So these new videos, you guys, are going to be a message, and it's going to be every Monday. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Sundays are usually my days to post. Thursday, I do twin flames. That's kind of the flow. But Mondays, I will be focusing on the energy ahead. I will do an exercise. So it is about working out. It's about moving. It's about stretching. It's about allowing oxygen in. And I do them in a channeled way. So it's about healing and rising light through it and doing things the way that I can do them that may be different than some. So I want to bring that opportunity. There will be healing music that goes with it. And then again, ascension energies for the week ahead. Okay, so whatever it wants us to focus about, chakra healing, chakra alignment. Lisa says, I was hurtful and trying to understand why she would go there for absolutely no reason. I was attacked yesterday out of absolutely nowhere by a complete stranger. I was trying to sell an item on a group people couldn't see. And you know what? That's the thing, though, is like, that's okay. Yeah, sometimes the posting's behind. It actually sometimes says nobody's here and there's people here. That's why I'm like, comment if you're here. But what I will tell you, Lisa, is like there's an energy of that going around. That's what I'm talking about here. It's like we can never escape those things. We can't escape the doomsday scenario energy. We can't escape those that are in fear or hatred or they don't know what to do with themselves, really, because if we're not in judgment, what we will see is they're probably in unrest. They're probably deep in their own shadow and their own muck, and we tend to spew out on others, right? And so if somebody's throwing judgments at you, it's a really good idea to just wish light their way, right? Keep shining your light regardless of what is coming against you. And that's what I'm talking about here. Like you can definitely see the two choices. Yeah, and that's fair. It happens. Trust me. It's not the first and it probably won't be the last. People who've been working with me for a long time, boy, when I was doing my journey, I was constantly attacked. Every time I was going to up level, there was something trying to take me down. Every time that something good was about to come through or some kind of growth, there's a few reasons why it happens, because you're resisting shadow pieces, you're growing, you're shining light. And it's like a beacon, right? It's like a beacon. They either are attached to that to help spew negativity because it's a reflection of themselves. So consider that. Everything we do is truly a reflection of you. Okay. So what in you? So think of them as a way to be a teacher. Okay. It's reflecting something in you that needs to be healed. Otherwise, it wouldn't have bothered you at all. We would be able to just bypass that completely. Okay. So if somebody is doing something that's triggering you, look at it as a way to heal that within you. Period. Never throw judgment their way, throw love their way. Oops, I'm going to pray for you. You could do that way. That's external. Send light your way. Or just truly look within myself and go, what in me triggered that? What am I afraid of in doing this? Why do I feel vulnerable putting this out there? Because no matter what you do, you guys, somebody's going to usually, once the ascension happens completely, though, this won't exist anymore. But for now and what we come from, right? Every time somebody does good, they want to judge you and put you down. And why? Because they're not rising, okay? Because they're, who knows what's going on in their reality that you're triggering within them because you're choosing something different than what they're choosing. You're doing something they think they can't do, and so on and so forth and so forth. Misery loves company, and so does joy. Okay? And so it's you don't have to figure anything out. The moment you're triggered, sit down, and I'm going to teach you this today. Okay? Go into your heart space and send love into the resistance. Like, oh shit, this person really upset me. You know, I got frauded yesterday. Somebody stole money from me yesterday. And I went into a panic. It's like, whoa, no, take my power back. What are my options? I can do this, this, and this. There's no reason to do anything else. I need to move on. I cannot focus on that right now. Everything's okay. You have to choose to see beyond any illusion that is presenting itself, because we're powerful creators. It doesn't matter what's going on in the external. Size is an illusion, okay? Size is an illusion. Oh, she attacked you out of the blue, probably because you're doing something that invoked her to attack you. Good for her. Sorry for her. But if it triggers something in you, it's a way to heal it, okay? And that's why you'll hear star seeds and light workers talk about that. 33333131. Is they're your teacher. They're here to show you what needs to be healed. Like I invoked in something in Donita, and she stopped doing my things a while ago. Okay, if you haven't noticed that. And now she left everything. She unfollowed my email. She left my channel. It was really sad at first. And then I'm like, oh, I triggered something in her. And instead of healing it or getting out of her head and into her heart again and taking her power back, she ran. Those are the choices we have. 3333. Right? That's like what De La Roca is like, prepare for the pain. No, thank you. I'm going to shine light into that shit and push it on out, right? Somebody wants to trigger me, treat me like shit because I'm doing something they're not. I'm creating videos people didn't like or want to judge or whatever the case may be. Trust me, I get it all the time. You know what I mean? Like that girl with the Nile. Okay. Take it as an option to be able to go into your heart and push against the resistance and rise above it and realize it had absolutely nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. But if it's triggered in you, we can only see what in somebody else, what resides in us. And Dr. Phil will talk about that too. That's a psychological aspect, is if something is reflecting in us or triggering us from somebody else, it's because it resides within us. And that can be a harsh reality sometimes. We're like, wait a minute, what do you mean? Like, it's not as complicated and it's not as simple as it sounds. So get out of your head. Don't worry about trying to analyze it all. That's the detriment, okay? We can sit here and analyze all we want. What are you doing? You're sparking fear. You're sparking limited perception, which is what they talked about in my last video, Mt Shasta part 2, right? Is people have a hard time trying to understand in their head. They don't think what I could do is real. They don't think that I can actually energetically activate pyramids 333333, except for that's what gods do. If you don't believe that's what created the pyramids by this point, then we've got some healing to do. It's limited perspective, okay? So I shouldn't have to prove myself to anybody. If they can't see me, that's not my fault, right? Let's just simply, how do we rise to that? How do we get out of our head trying to analyze everything? Why do I need to understand why that person did what they did? You really don't. What you need to understand is why it triggered you so bad, right? It triggered you because you're afraid of judgment. It triggered you because you want acceptance from others. So am I still in a space where I need validation from others? Let's heal that. That's a piece of shadow. Making sense now? Oh, I need validation from others. Oh, I'm in judgment towards others. I need to heal that because technically I'm in judgment towards myself right now. I'm looking for ego aspect. Making sense? 343443. You guys, the synchronicities on this video are insane. But it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And so this is truly a way, it's like a choice in perspective. And that's what this week is all about. We can choose to focus on pain and endings and death. Sure, some people are going to die. Let's not sugarcoat this. But some people weren't meant to be here. And some people really chose into the darkness, like my DM. There's nothing we can do about that. But what we can do is shine so bright, accept the light, accept the love, accept the rays of the gold and the sun and the one, so that we can help those to rise above. We can send a wave of love instead of judgment. Okay? Period. It's a choice and focus. All right? So don't worry about why that person did what they did. Never take it to, oh, that person's in judgment. That person's not good enough. That person sucks. But always take it to, dang, what am I so afraid of? Why did that bother me so much? Because in truth, they don't know you. That's the thing. That's why I was so good in behavioral. I had this one guy say, I'm going to beat your fucking teeth in. Like, and he did try. He actually clocked me right in my face. Everybody's like, oh, it's just his Tourette's. I'm like, but they were so afraid of him. They would put a table between him and them all the time, you know, and it's like, how do you return to work after that? You can't take that personally. He didn't know me. He doesn't spend time to get to know me because he can't. He can't control his own reality, which is why he was getting violent. Okay. So it's a limited perspective in that they might be struggling in a way you don't understand. But what is they triggering in you, and why do we need to have that validated through them? Because the only one who can truly validate you is you. Because look at my stuff. I'm literally bringing about the ascension. The stuff that I've done is like, how do people not see this? If people truly believed in me and cared about what I was doing and saw who I was, they would care more about my videos. But that's a limited perspective. Okay. Maybe they can't understand it yet because maybe their heart's not open enough. Right? So I can't take it personal. What can I do to help people open their heart to see that God has returned? It's right in front of you. So let's change that perspective. Okay. Let's look at those as an opportunity to heal. De La Roca says, prepare for the pain. Why should I have pain? Who says I have to have pain? Is there pain to heal? Size is an illusion. Can I sit with this pain to allow it to push through the resistance and open my heart and choose love? If at first it's not an automatic to choose love, then I need to make it a conscious decision. Can we choose joy? I can choose love. I'm going to send love towards this person and keep shining my light and posting and ignore them. I will not give them the time of day. But I'm going to heal what is triggering in me because I don't need their validation. I need my own validation. This is perfect because this is what's happening in the energies right now. Okay. That's what I'm noticing across the board. There's not a lot of us that have made it through the gates yet. There isn't, including De La Roca. He's got some releasing to do. We generally all have releasing to do. That's what it's about. Every day, those things that happen around you should be used as a way to catapult into that. Okay, not to go into judgment. Why am I afraid? Why am I running from love? I'm going to dig my heels in, jump feet first, dive into it, choose love, and then afterwards process. Then heal. Okay. I'm going to look at myself and go, why is this affecting me so much? What am I afraid of? Taking off those masks. Okay. Why do I do these things? Why do I self-sabotage? Why do I become affected by their limited perspective? Because they don't know me. They don't spend hours working with me or even sitting with me alone to find the truths of what I've done. That's why I said I'm not afraid to prove it. But you know how many people go, hey, can you prove this to me? Can we have a conversation? Can I actually listen to everything you say before I judge you? They don't. It's a limited perspective. They don't know you. Shove it off. Remember that card from the crow deck? It's like water off the bird's feathers. Because if we really truly consider, we can look at the limited aspect of, dang, they're judging me. That hurts. I'm not accepted. I'm not validated. Wait a minute. What do you need them to validate you? Because they don't know you. They don't know your heart's desires, your joys, your pain, your experiences, why you do what you do, what makes you smile, what makes you cry. They don't know you. So really what they're doing is reflecting their fears and their judgment or their shadow pieces onto you because something you're doing is sparking it in them. So we can choose to heal that, to shine our light so others can shine, or we can choose to dim it and create more lessons that we need to learn. This is a really good way to look at that. It's a really good perspective. I love this message. I love the fact that I got these cards at this time frame. And we are going to be the army that helps others ascend. That's your choice. Or we can be the one that's part of all of the endings and the fear and the pain and the sorrow and the judgment perspective. Are people going to die? Let's be real. Yes. They already are every day. Boom, left and right, this person, they're 25, they're 75, doesn't matter, right? We don't know their hearts. We don't know why it's their time to go. And it's going to be another wave of this continually as we go forward. But what we need to realize is some people weren't meant to be here at all. And some people sold their soul a long time ago. So let's focus inward. Where can I shine my light and rise? Let's focus on new beginnings, opportunity of the return of the one, opportunity of shining the light in and healing what was created on this planet for us to heal. Okay? So if y'all are ready, I'm ready to take us into our heart space and illuminate up your heart center. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to take you into your heart space and help you push against the resistance, help you see beyond the limited perspectives, really, truly help you open and expand the heart center. We need to expand it into the ethereal. Okay. So that's what I'm going to help you do. But it is up to you. Oh, man. To continue that. It is up to you to push against the resistance. I cannot do that for you, but I can get you there. I can get you to the space of love and purity and different perspective and openness to the energies of the one and to meeting your challenges head on. But it is up to you to use them for what I'm telling you to use them for, teaching you about, right? Use them as a way to heal you, not judge others. Okay, so if we're always reflective of each other and this person, what we would usually do is, oh my God, they're a bitch. Oh my God, they're horrible. I need them out of my life. They're in judgment. They're this, they're that. Let that go. They're in need of healing and I'm in need of healing too. And we're reflecting that back to each other. I don't need them to validate me and they don't need me to validate them. What we need is an open perspective. Size is an illusion. A journey into unknown territory. This is unknown territory, my friends. This has never happened here before. Entering into a new timeline through choices in disguise. That's what these are, is choices in disguise. That's how it works. Because if you truly are going to choose love, it has to be through free will, right? That's why they come in disguise. It looks like fear. It looks like gloomy. It looks like endings. It looks like everything's falling apart. Remember when I entered into the Sekhmet portal? It was like everything was falling apart. I had an eviction notice. I had no money coming in all of a sudden. And there was multiple reasons why, but they're all tests. You look at them as choices and disguises. It's a choice. It's not really a test. It's, can I see beyond the fray? Can I focus where focus is needed rather than where it is not? I can look at this as endings and pain and fear and death, or I can look at this as a blessing, a return of love, a return of God, and an opportunity to grow, to be free, to let all that go so I can be free once and for all, to have pure love and freedom and joy and hope, and to get rid of those limited perspectives. Because once you rise out of them, the people you attract aren't there either. 3333 4334. Okay. So I'm ready. I'm ready to take us into our heart center. I'm going to expand 4344. There's so many synchronicities in these videos. I'm going to expand out from the heart space. I'm going to allow expansion for your guys' heart center and to help you push against the resistance, to help change the focus from a limited, I need to analyze, I need to understand. Wait, my brain is a computer. It's not meant for that. Everything truly is in the heart. It's helping you to change that perspective. But then the rest for the week is up to you to use what I give you. Okay. And tomorrow I have another video coming that's going to continue off of this. So this is kind of a preparation into the week. Okay. I'm going to open your heart center. I'm going to prep you for the energies that are here right now. And then it's your job to push against that resistance. Pièce de resistance. Carpe diem. 4434. Sorry about that. And then 43. You guys, these are insane numbers. They're liking what I'm doing today, yo. They are liking. Oh, Amy's like, I posted I was here, but it got deleted. I am here. I love these messages and I absorb it. Perfect. And then, but like truly take it to heart, because that is an enlightenment perspective. That comes from an enlightened standpoint, right? Am I in a limited space realizing that I didn't know I was manifesting? I don't know that I'm being reflected upon, or everything I do is a reflection from others. We truly do reflect each other's illusions, right? But we don't see that when we're in the veil. So consider that everybody's at different aspects of understanding. That's why it's super important not to judge. Okay. If you get hurt, is it easy to not judge people? No, it's a way to heal though, and to come into more love, because we don't need their validations, do we? We need that of our own. And once we rise beyond that, so can they. But because the energies, think about it, they affect each other. So if I play into what that person's doing me, I'm giving them my power. But if I choose to rise above the fray and come at it from a light, heart-centered, loving way, we're balancing that and eliminating the shadow power. Okay? I love this perspective. All right. You're drinking my coffee, drinking my water. This music in the background actually has a crown and heart chakra opening, chakra bowls in it. And it is that of the Vikings. So I really do like it. It's about being the warrior from the heart. Okay. Warrior from the heart space. And again, I do own the rights. I created it, put it together. And it will be included with tomorrow's healing movement. So these are exercises. I've been talking about doing this for a while, and I'm finally there. I'm there. There's no more excuses. Push against the resistance from the heart. You guys ready to be my game changers? Welcome to the end game, right? It's time to end the games. It's time to come into full grownness. Picking up our, I don't like the word big girl panties. I remember every time somebody would say that, I'd be like, screw you. But it's a good analogy. Let's pick up our power and stand in that power and push against the resistance. Okay? And again, what do you choose to focus on? The end of days, the end of ways? Yeah, we know who I am, what I've done. Great. Now let's shine in light. Let's grow in love. Okay? All right. So if you wish to choose to receive this, it doesn't matter if you're here with me now or later in the future. You can receive this at any time. I call in your energy if you're open to receptivity. I do already have my candle lit behind me. Right there. That is my DM's candle right over here. It's a very beautiful candle. And then these over here are still waiting for him. Those are Jesus and Mary Magdalene candles. So a lot of good energy coming up here. But I'm going to set the intention. And again, it doesn't matter when you watch this. Okay. Lisa says, I'm ready. And I know we've got delayed chat, y'all. Thank you for chatting and for being here with me and for being open to this message and growth in humility and humanity. Because remember, it's a journey into unknown territory, and we can choose to focus on the illusion of everything's too big, too difficult, too scary, it's the end, or let's call in this light, push against the resistance, it's not too difficult, I'm powerful as shit, and I'm here to heal and change the world. So be my game changers, right? And like I've said in the videos, is the more you heal you, the more you help the collective heal too. That's all it's about. We don't have to push anything out. It's an inward journey out, okay? Just like that person triggered you, Michelle's open and ready. Sweet. So is Amy. Sweet. Somebody triggers you, send love out. Heal with love. Heal in light. Thank you for trigger. Thank you for showing me what we both need to heal that we're vibrating amongst each other off of. Okay? All right. That's how we're going to be game changers to help this end game. Sweet. The Saint is ready too. So if you can, you don't have to have your feet on the floor. But again, I am never one to say cross your legs when you're meditating. You're actually blocking energetic flow. Okay. When I returned Jesus to this earth, I undid our blockages of our palm chakras and our feet chakras. And we're returning to the healers that we are. So it's super important to elongate your energy, right? Make sure that we can touch the earth from time to time. Okay, so if you can't do that now, do it later. And then palms facing up for receptivity and just kind of closing your eyes and dropping into your body. It doesn't matter live or whenever you find this, it is for you. It is an opportunity to open the heart, expand from the heart center out, and pièce de résistance. Push against any resistance of the heart. So I call in the creator of all that is and all of the angels that wish to work with us and be here to guide us and support us. I call in all of your higher self energy as well to help invoke and combine with you. It's about combining with our higher selves. What does that mean? Our full potentiality, our full power. I call in the energies of Father Sky and Mother Earth to help balance our Merkaba, masculine and feminine rising and balance and understanding of love and all that we are. So Archangel Metatron is coming in. He will help with the Merkaba. He will help balance your Merkaba for whoever you are, wherever you are, for what is needed for you. I call in the energies of the north, the east, the south, and the west, and I continue the west to the north in completion of the divine flow, connectedness, no broken energetic centers. All one and one for all, united in love, under the house and the light of the one. So just kind of breathe, normal. Breathing into your body, just feeling your body. Wherever there is tension in your body, I want you to kind of heighten it. Allow the tension to be. Feel into it. Talk to it. Send love there. As I draw in the light from the heavens above. It's the most beautiful crystalline light you've ever seen, and maybe you've never seen before. It also has the golden rays of the sun coming in from the heavens above, all the way down through the energetic vortex, through the ethereal, bringing with it the energy of the ethereal. As I said, I will be expanding your heart space. Going to draw it down through your higher chakra connections. I can see some of the people that will watch this. There is detachment needed from 3rd all the way down to higher chakra already activated, right? Depends on where you're at. So just know it's for you, for where you're at. There's no limitations here. Going into all of your higher chakras that are open and ready at this time. Going down through those to the enlightenment channel, the opening to the divine. Soul Star chakra is the first one being opened and activated at this time for all. That connects us to the divine. That will connect to our heart space in a big way today. So I'm going to begin to call in the stardust, the universal flow. It's like stardust. I see it. It's beautiful. Multicolors, multidimensional. And I'm bringing that into the soul star chakra already. I can feel it. You might feel a resistance. If you do, just breathe. Breathe through the resistance. Remember, that's your goal. That's your job. That's your power. Do not let the resistance stop you or overcome you in any way, shape, or form. Some light language activations for your soul star chakra. Because we want the one in our heart, right? We want to understand these energies. We want to know what is love, what is true love, and what is this new earth. Bringing the light down further now, all the way into your crown chakra, opening and expanding it. Down into your 3rd eye, opening it and expanding it. Down into your throat. There's resistance there. Excuse me. Somebody's got it like blocked off. Do not let others stop you or take your power at all, ever. Calm your space, calm your reactions. Sit with the reaction instead of putting it outwards. Sit with it. Ask why you're reacting. Ask why you're in judgment at this time, and then set the intention to heal it and release it. Then once you have done that, you may respond, but in truth, you may not have any response at all. Nice release. Taking that light down further now into your heart space. Ooh, there's a blockage here too. Somebody's afraid of love. Removing judgment of the heart. Ooh, big one. There's like a lot going on. I see a lot of heart spaces actually. So at some point there will be a lot of people watching this, because I can see a lot of different like shadow aspects, a lot of trauma and pain and things of the heart. So I'm just shining this light down into all of it. calming the storms and the rain, and bringing pleasure and joy and wonderment back into the heart space. Now I'm going to grab the ethereal energy and kinetic flow and pull it into your heart space at this time. Oh, bringing that light down further from there into your solar plexus. More resistance. Pièce de résistance. We are going to push through that resistance. Woo! Bringing the rays of the sun completely into the solar plexus. There's definite resistance here. I release the fear to expand. I release the fear of the unknown. I do not need all of the answers. There's more magic and power in the unknown. I don't need to focus on the trauma. I need to focus on the releasing and the love. Do I really need to know why I held on to this? No. Just thank it and fill it with love. Going down now into the sacral. I do have to stitch up somebody's solar plexus and especially down into the sacral. It's like I am disappointed. I am very disappointed in myself, in the choices I made, that I couldn't see clearly. I couldn't react correctly. Like betterment, I let things get the best of me. And I'm sad. I'm disappointed. I'm a failure. I'm healing that at this time. We're zipping it up like a zipper. It's a beautiful zipper. I love silver over gold, so that's how I see it. But it's like this diamond silver zipper, like zoop. And I'm bringing diamond light codes in here now. No judgment. Only love. Push against the resistance. I love myself. I am worthy. I couldn't see clearly. I choose now to see clearly. That is the only thing that matters. So be it, and so it now is. Sending that light down further now, fully into the solar plexus and down into the root. I'm still stitching up that space between the solar and the sacral. Just know that. Sending this energy down into the root, down your legs and down your arms. And we're just going to drop all of the energy from the top all the way down to your feet and into the earth to transmute it all. Everything that I have just pushed through, we're dropping it down into the earth, through the earth star chakra and into the crystalline grid and the water to transmute it once and for all so that it floats out with love and nothing more and nothing less. Now I'm going to the core of the earth where there is a new crystal, right? The new crystal grid. And I'm drawing up that energy now into your connection, up into your feet, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your root chakra, pushing against any resistance there. Drawing this light up into your sacral and pushing against any resistance there. Drawing this light and expanding the newly formed connections there into the solar plexus. And I'm already going to push against the resistance here. There's a big shadow component for some here. Actually, pretty much all. Anybody who's going to watch this, it's a big piece. This is like blocking you from the sun. So for many years, they blocked us from those activations, from the light of the one and from the sun. And so we're healing that here. We're healing that into expansion of another kind. And I'm going to bring in more stardust into the solar plexus. That expands you into the ethereal from the limited mind space. The higher dimensional frequencies. Taking that further up into the heart space. Now at this time, in the very center of your heart, I want you to take your focus. You can breathe into the heart. Keep your focus at the center of your heart. There is a flame. This is a flame that is all one. This is why you're here. This is what allows you to breathe, to touch, to feel, to cry, to speak. This is the light of the One. We are all fragmented pieces of the One, working our way back to that love, working our way back to the fullness of our flame, of our light, of our peace of God. That flame in your center flickers with every breath, expands slightly with every inhale. And whenever you feel resistance, I want you drawing up the light from the earth and into this flame. And push it out in expansion all around you. And imagine from that heart center, in that flame, it's going to expand out and burn any resistance. Burn any shadow pieces of healing at this time that keep you from the perspective of the One and of love. Whenever you feel fear, breathe into that flame and breathe out the light of the One to expand all around you. Do it again, breathing into that flame. Into that flame, it's a white flame. This is a flame in all of us. This is where we are all connected, where we are all one. It's super important to go to that flame every day and from time to time and send it so much love. So I want you to sit in this flame and repeat, I am love. I am accepted just as I am. I am free of complications from the shadow. I am free of all that is not the One. And breathe into that flame and expand out any resistance. And imagine the energy expanding out from you completely until it goes out of your body, out into the energy all around you and as far as you want to take it. I remove any haste. I remove any judgment, any hesitation, and any waste. Expand it out. And allow that flame to burn all that is not. And where you feel resistance, do it again and again. I take these severe emotions, this pain, this heartache, this wanting validation from others that they've caused. Did they really cause it? Or was it the shadow? Breathe into that space and push it out. Now I want you to imagine your brain, the gobbledygook of our brain, the intertwined tissues and whatever it is. And I want you to imagine dropping that brain down into your heart. And I choose to release the limited mind space perspective. I don't need to understand it all there. I need to understand it in my heart. And I breathe into that flame and expand it out to remove all that is not into our mind space. I am free of expectation. I am free to be me in every way, whatever that means, even if I don't know yet. I choose to shine my light, even if others do not, and do not see it at this time. I choose to look at everything as an opportunity of growth, of healing, and of love. I call back my power of the heart center at this time. And now sit in your heart. Just sit in your heart space, feeling whatever is there. Noticing any shifting. Erasing any limited belief and perspective or any expectations. Can't expect to have an outcome. Just feel what is truly occurring at this time, because nothing else exists but what is already happening right now. And I choose to ignore that computer. Now, I'm going to say some light language while you're at the core of the open center of your heart. This light language is simple. It is that of the gods, but it will help you activate and open to perspectives that are not part of the shadow. Aikan tayu wampo yuwa aikai tanko yuwa. Longon tokoyo yuwankalayan takayo tokoto yuwa. Mia canta ia canta wiwa kayata. Hompoia ketangin ketangoyua. Expanding into the perspective that we are all part of the one. Long katayan katangoyua. And we are as strong as the weakest link of the soul. Long kayatayin ketayongoyua and tayoyua. And we choose to send and sit in nothing but love and rays of the sun and of the one. There is DNA activations going in for some, and some crystalline grid light activations as well. Your Merkabah is in balanced perspective of the masculine and the feminine light. Wherever it was out of alignment, it is aligned just right. Giving you activations in your heart and in your throat to understand the language of the one. Aligning you to all that is and removing you from all that is not. Tambayi kantau. Lo onkolaya takaya antayu ukoya tayoiwa. Ampaaya ikantayu. Now I will sit and hold space for the expansion of the heart, filling it with so much light and love. From this moment forward, if you choose to see clearly of all that is and all that is not, just say yes in your head or in your heart. I choose to see clearly of all that is and to release all that is not. I choose to call back my power in every moment and opportunity that arises for me to heal instead of judge. So be it, and so it now is. Now, I'm putting a bubble of light around you guys so that your bodies can integrate that. So that it doesn't just close down and release as I exit this energy. So that your expansion and healing and perspective can continue to grow and expand from this moment forward. So that you can be a part of the game changers. Changing the game for all into love and light of the one. Now, connect with the earth before you end this today. Feel into the earth in some magical way. What does the earth provide you that helps comfort you and fill your soul Could it be music of the birds, or the wind blowing through the trees, or the dirt on your feet, or the water in the distance and ebb and flow? Whatever it is you choose to tune into, feel into her at this time and allow that to reground you and bring you into the here and the now in every way. And once you have done that and you feel connected to her, you come back to normal, opening your eyes, moving your hands, and being swiftly in the here and the now. Oh, 111:11 when that ended and I opened my eyes. No joke. 111:11. A new timeline was created just now, you guys. I don't know if you're aware of that. Just created a new timeline. So thank you for taking part in that and allowing others to be affected as well. That was beautiful. I love this video. I love this live today. It's amazing. Now, hopefully, no matter what rises, we can see clearly and we can realize size is an illusion. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I needed it too, you guys. And it's a new timeline also. Yeah, when I opened my eyes, it was 111:11. No joke, right when I opened my eyes. This was a very powerful one. It mattered deeply, and it was needed. It was needed for all. So I thank you guys for joining me and taking part and being a part of the Game Changers. You are so welcome. This is power. These are knowledge. Everything I teach you, use it. Okay? Continue going because it's a journey into unknown territory. So whatever triggers you, heal it. Yes. Lisa says, very emotional, beautiful, and filled with love. It was. It definitely was. I felt that. I had tears in my eyes when I opened them. It was beautiful. And it really, truly was a shift in timeline for the collective soul. So this week ahead, we can choose one perspective, or we can choose to focus on the other. The choice is yours. But whatever your light focuses on, those that you affect will focus on that as well. If somebody triggers you, which there will always be, it's a chance to heal you and them in the energy. Choose wisely. Okay? Don't focus on any pain or any loss. Focus on power. 11-13-33. New perspective and love gained. Okay? Lisa says, I cried. Oh, sunshine, that was a beautiful release then. I'm so happy. Choose to ask to see clearly rather than affected by the emotions that rise. That is how you take your power back, because emotions can be overwhelming. They can be hard to manage and quite a disguise. Take your power back in every way, every turn, and change the game today. Okay? Be ready for tomorrow's. It is going to be an exercise you can do all week long, and the energies for the week. So it'll be kind of a message, a healing exercise with also light healing energies as well. So I will be channeling whatever needs to come through. Remember, I am not a professional gym person. I am not here to make sure you are muscular in tone, but I am going to help you heal and align and open to the energies at play, to say the least. Okay? 4444. I love you all so very much. I hope you have an amazingly beautiful day. Go shine your love. Allow emotions to flow. That's a really good way to release those emotions when they're really hard. If you can dive through those into your heart and expand it out, you will help healing quickly in every way. It's about taking our power back. Okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you to those that watch the work that I do, that open their hearts rather than their minds and change their perspective into love every day. You matter. I love you guys. I will see you again soon. Share this out if you feel others need it too, because we all do, in truth. Don't focus on the pain, focus on the gain. Till next time. Bye, guys.